This video might ruin your relationships, not because it's anti-love, not because it's bitter, but because it will expose a truth so powerful, so blinding, that once you hear it, you'll never look at relationships, loneliness, or even success the same way again. Seneca didn't whisper this to the weak. He screamed it in silence, to the strong, to the suffering, to the solitary. If you're a man walking alone, this isn't your curse. It might just be your crown. So before the noise of the world drags you back, before the expectations suffocate you again, sit still, because this may be the only truth you'll ever need, and they never wanted you to hear it. Have you ever felt it? That strange ache not in your body but in your soul, the one that visits at 2 a.m., when the room is still and the silence has teeth. You scroll past the couples. You nod at your friends getting engaged. And somewhere deep inside, a voice whispers, maybe I'm behind. Maybe I'm broken. They sold us this dream, didn't they? That by a certain age you should have found her. Settled down, smiled on Instagram, played house while your dreams were buried in the backyard. But what if not having someone was the greatest thing ever handed to you? What if that ache isn't a signal of failure, but an invitation to something greater? You're not alone because you're unworthy. You're alone because life is giving you a gift, and most men are too distracted to open it. Seneca, the Roman Stoic who danced with death and dined with emperors, once wrote, "He who is content to be alone is free from slavery." He didn't mean loneliness as punishment. He meant solitude as sovereignty, a sacred state, where a man reclaims his time, mind, and soul from the demands of the world. The modern man is addicted to noise, validation, chasing the next her like she's the missing piece. But Seneca knew, you weren't born missing, you were born whole. Society just profits from convincing you otherwise. Here's the twist that no one dares admit. Most men in relationships are secretly imprisoned, not by their partners, but by the roles they play, the masks they wear, the ambitions they abandon in the name of love. She doesn't even have to ask. He'll shrink himself just to stay chosen. He'll forget his mission just to keep peace. But the man who walks alone, he remembers. And while the world pities him, he builds empires in silence, because solitude, when embraced, turns into power. If this is already echoing something inside you, something unspoken but true, pause for a moment, breathe. Now imagine if more men heard this. Imagine if you were the reason they woke up. So drop a like, not for the algorithm, but as a signal that you choose truth over trends. And if your soul's been stirred, comment awake below. Let the world see how many silent warriors are out there. And subscribe, not for me, but for the future you, the one who refuses to sleepwalk through life anymore. This is the part they never prepare you for. The storm of loneliness is not meant to break you. It's meant to strip away everything that isn't you. The man who masters solitude becomes a storm himself, unshakable, focused, fiercely alive. While others drown in dependency, you swim in purpose. You rise before the sun. You write, you build. You train your mind like a weapon. You don't wait to be saved. You save yourself. And in that sacred stillness, you hear something louder than the world. Your own voice, your own fire, your own future. Let this settle deep into your bones. You are not half a man waiting to be completed. You are whole. You are warrior. And you are walking a path that most are too afraid to take. Seneca once said, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. And solitude is the greatest classroom. In a world that tells you love equals validation, you become dangerous when you discover you are enough, especially when you are alone. So don't apologize for your path. Don't shrink for their comfort. Don't chase what was never meant to be yours. Because some men weren't born to follow love. They were born to lead with it. Alone first. Powerful forever. Picture this. A lone wolf walking through snow. Unmarked, unchained, unafraid. He leaves a trail not behind, but ahead for others to follow. That wolf is you. And if this resonated, if your blood moved just a little faster, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button. Comment alone but unstoppable. And subscribe if you're done apologizing for walking your own road. Because this isn't a channel, it's a movement of men remembering their power. And this was your wake-up call.